Hello everyone, Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle, and we are looking at some 212 action today. With the Olympia coming up this weekend, we have Shaun Clarida and Keone Pearson perhaps having a rematch from last year in the 212 division. We're going to look at a fresh, crisp version of Shaun Clarida. Perhaps dropped the ball slightly last year. We're going to use him from 2022 when he won the title. If he brings this fresh, crisp version, can he get a victory and regain his title for the second time against Keone Pearson? But there's a couple of other guys, and at the end of this one, I will do my 212 predictions, just a top 5. From what I understand, a lot of you guys, you don't follow the 212 division. And I really have to shape my channel around you guys. Unfortunately, it's basically like a pro bodybuilder. If he enjoys sprinting, he's probably not going to go to the gym and sprint, because it's not helping him improve. And when it's your job, you really have to do everything you can to improve. But you guys seem to enjoy the top echelons. The top echelons, like I said, I'll give a top 5. Now, here's them last year. Here's the two last year, and right away, you see the size of Clarida's wheels? He did push the size game, but doing that, the midsection gets larger. You know, you're eating more. You're eating 2 turkeys instead of 1, or a side of beef, whatever you're eating. So the midsection is larger, but so are the muscles. But ultimately, I think that Keone, or Clarida rather, would have a better chance, being much more conditioned, because he's not going to beat Keone Pearson in the size game. So I think with this thin skin, just like glaciers, just like glass, I think he stands a better chance of beating Keone Pearson, but he ain't going to beat him in the front double anyway. Now let's go through the shots, but it makes more sense here. Let's look at the both of them from last year. And I'm kind of interested to see the difference of Shaun Clarida also. Now, another pose here, guys. Keone's so much bigger. Huge. But the midsection of Shaun seems to be better. Now, here is Shaun from the year prior. Richard Pryor. He was a good actor. But anyway, a couple of good comedies there he has. Brewster's Millions, things of that nature. But yes, Hear No Evil, See No Evil was another good one. The midsection, again. Hey, I like Keone Pearson. I respect all of these guys. But you have to call it like it is. And yeah, he's defeating Shaun Clarida everywhere else. But Shaun is hard, grainy, with a better midsection. But at the end of the day, guys, size is going to matter, I think. I don't know, though. I don't know. It could be a situation where if he is that much more conditioned than Keone, the judges will give him the nod, and he will get his second title, regain his title for the second time. Turn to the side here, and wow. Look at the size of Shaun Clarida's bulging bicep. Look at how it swells like a bulger. It's huge. It's a little bit more conditioned in the upper body. A little bit more conditioned in the lower body is Shaun Clarida. But Keone has some more separation in the abs. A little bit, I don't know if you want to call it washed out, was his midsection. Shaun Clarida. I mean, he's still very grainy. Here is him from 2022. And you see the midsection? Not much separation to begin with, this guy, as far as oblique, because he is as hard and conditioned as just about anybody here. But you could even see that he does have a little bit more separation. And in terms of the overall hard, grainy nature of this guy, yeah, see? So don't push the size. It would be, I think it would be his own advice to himself, which I am sure this year he is going to bring this package. Here's the side tricep. And you know what? I think as soon as we see Shaun Clarida and that he did not try to push the size game, Because, yeah, he is huge. But his frame, things of that nature, he's going to have to be really huge. And as far as Keone's concerned, I just don't think it's in his department. So he was closer to Keone Pearson's condition, which was respectable. But Shaun Clarida is on another planet when he looks like this. And if he looks like this, I mean, that midsection is tighter. And everything. Look at the quads. It's just going to be a hammer versus a piece of wood. I mean, yeah, if you try to saw through a tree, that tree's big enough. One of those big redwoods, that little saw is going to wear right out. But if it's a pretty decent sized saw, it's going to cut through it. But if that saw is not made out of the right type of hard material, do you guys know what I mean? You probably don't. Some of you do. Let's have a look at the back shots. You want the biggest saw possible, but it has to be made out of the right hard type of material. No sing. And this type of condition that Shaun Clarida brought last year, shorts respectable. Keone Pearson, shorts respectable. It seems to be similar. The condition seems to be similar, which surprises me, to be honest with you, Diane. Because Shaun Clarida is usually known for his, and Keone was one of his weaker points, but obviously he had improved. Clarida had declined slightly. So yeah, you're going to pick the bigger guy. It's obvious who's winning the shot. Now here's Clarida from 2022. Just like glass. You see the glutes, the hamstrings. He needs to be this condition. And if he is, yes, the title is yours, Clarida. Do I think he is going? Here's the rear double from last year. Do I think he is going to bring? He could bring this version. Maybe he's going to push the size game again. I highly doubt it. But yeah, you can see Keone Pearson. The back shot itself, I kind of prefer Clarida's back double. Nice little lat insertions, sweeps. Here's the rear double from 2 years ago, 2022 for Clarida. And yeah, just razor thin skin, sharp. Lost the title 1 year before this. To who? Who beat him? Who would have beat this guy? You know who beat him. And he went on to superstardom. Keone Pearson could do the same thing. The abs and thighs, an interesting situation, for sure. Because absolutely a victory for Keone Pearson, yes. Shaun's winning in the quad. I'll give him that. It's more feathering, things of that nature. And look at if you're voting, you're judging it as a most muscular or an abs and thigh, you'd probably go with Clarida. But it's not a most muscular. So when you focus solely on the abs themselves, I mean, neither one of them are Lee Priest or Sean Ray. That's for darn sure. But you're going to probably go with Keone Pearson, I would suggest. With the mention that Shaun Clarida, even the shots that he's losing, front doubles, things of that nature, he is winning on overall condition, I would suggest. For sure. I don't think there's any argument. Here's the most muscular. Jeez Louise. Keone sure does done big. Looks a lot taller. Is he? Stepping the line, step in the line. I think so. Maybe. An edge to Shaun Clarida. Condition. Looks like anyway from the pictures. And in the midsection. Here is, I slipped that in there. Here's Shaun from 2 years ago, and man, is he crisp. It takes the edge that Clarida had in condition and accentuates it. If he did have such a thing, known as an advantage in the condition. So yeah, the much better midsection, the rounder muscles, the more separation for sure, delts, chest, quads, Keone's got some massive quads. But all in all, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, guys, hey, I like Keone Pearson. I like him just fine. He's awesome. I also like Shaun Clarida. But this is me telling you who would win in this situation. And I think Shaun Clarida, he can regain his title. So, my official prediction, we're going to start this one backwards. We have Shaun Clarida placing first in my prediction. This is my prediction. This is what I think will happen. I think Keone is going to get second. I don't think anybody else is going to defeat him. I think Shaun Clarida, in the stage of the game anyway, is the only one on the radar for the judges anyway. In third place, I predict Keone Pearson will land. I predicted him to win the show last year. I think I did. I thought it was going to go that way. The completeness, the condition. But obviously, who was any one of us to guess that they were going to go with the Keone Pearson? That overall shape, things of that nature. So, I don't think it will differ from this year's criteria. Otherwise, I would love to see Keone Pearson take this title. That would be so sweet. That would be awesome. And it is, of course, guys, in the realm of possibility. After watching the Olympia last year, I actually had Keone in that top 3 situation. But I predict this man, Angel Calderon, in 4th, and he was the guy that placed 3rd last year. And that's just my opinion. It could have went either way, and it did. It went to Angel Calderon last year. He got 3rd, and Keone got 4th. So this year, I think it will be different. I think Keone, he had one little setback this year. Obviously, Ole Crive. I mean, that version that Ole Crive brought, I might even have predicted him to win this Olympia if he didn't get injured. But having said that, Angel Calderon, another guy just like Keone Pearson, in that he could leapfrog the other 2 gentlemen, and he could steal the title right out from underneath their noses. So that would be exciting if one of those 2 dudes did win the title. And in 5th place, good old Ahmed Ashkunani. This guy is a huge big ball of muscle. Look at the condition of this guy. Oh my soul. He is a big dude. All the way big dude. He never really cracks that, top situation. He hasn't been anyway in the last several years. But, much like Keone, much like I put more faith into Keone and Angel Calderon. But this guy here, hey, I got him in my top 5. I'll say it. He could actually win the 212 division Mr. Olympia title. Or just the Olympia title, if that's what you prefer. Anyway, ladies, gentlemen, in-betweeners with wieners, that is my 212 division predictions, top 5 predictions. So let me know in the comment section below. Do you see it going exactly this way? Or do you have your predictions tweaked just so? Either way, let me know in the comment section below. Have a nice one.